That on? Is that better? How come that one's not on?
No, because nobody needs to hear me.
They probably don't need to hear me. Okay, is that working now?
Yeah, you're gonna put the green on.
You guys have yours shut off. You're muted. Welcome to the Budget Committee, Mary, with your election on the 10th.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna
Congratulations.
put your mic on.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nope, get it, no, put it, leave it on.
Hi.
Because we want to hear you talk.
Yeah.
We get all the water commissioners here. So we had received, well, of course, Tom ran for selectman and was elected on Tuesday. So he had sent us a letter of resignation. I think I forwarded to everybody. Everybody got that?
Yes.
So does someone want to make a motion on accepting that?
No?
I'll make a motion to accept Tom's resignation.
Get a motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye. Jerry, can I,
You opposed? Yeah.
in past history, usually when there's two people up for selectmen and one doesn't make it and they're vacating the budget committee, we've asked that candidate if they wanted to be on the budget committee. I don't know if that
No, what we
was
do
in your
is we post it.
consideration, or
We post the opening.
you do?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing for the last, I don't know, quite a few years.
Okay,
And we post the opening, and I think what we would do is post it and have people submit their letters by the time we meet in September, because we have that kind of administrative meeting in September where it's not any real budget-related stuff. So if we appoint somebody at that meeting in September, then by the time we get into the budget meetings in October, they're already seated and ready to go, so.
okay, all right.
Same thing we do with the school board. We post it.
Cool. Anybody else got any questions? You didn't have any warrant articles this year, Pete?
We have,
Oh, you just didn't, okay, all right.
I'm sorry, I didn't pass them out. There's only two that are,
Just keep on passing.
Can you introduce your new member, your new commissioner?
just a moment.
Thank you.
So we do have a new commissioner, Wick Wareham,
Rick?
and Dean retired, and we will miss Dean sorely when it comes to finding old information. He's a tremendous help over the years.
Yeah.
I think Paul's got retirement on his brain, too.
Well, you guys kind of did all the heavy lifting, didn't you? These the same ones that I
Yeah,
got?
well, we're good.
Yeah, but did everyone get? Okay.
Yeah, you guys did all the heavy lifting with the water main replacements and all that, so.
Well, we thank you for that, but there is, as I mentioned earlier, there's still a lot of water lines in the ground that are 50-plus years old that are starting to show signs of wear. And we're going to be seeking some grant funding and some funding to tackle those projects, because nobody, especially myself, likes standing out on a cold winter's night in the snow, repairing an emergency leak and trying to find a crew to do it.
Yeah. It's bad enough, it's bad
Forest
enough
Hills?
already.
Was that the Forest Hills one?
Yeah.
So they go with poly when you replace them?
What's
You
that?
guys go with poly when you replace them, or?
Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be dependent upon what the engineers recommend, and that's above my pay grade, so we just,
Not only that, but when there's grants involved, grants sometimes will specify what has to be.
Okay.
So we're searching, and hopefully we can get those buttoned up in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
But as you guys know, it's a long process.
Yeah, it seems like it was, but I mean, a big job, and then, of course, trying to find all the grant money and all that to do that, and permits and.
So what percentage has been done so far and how much, what percentage has been done so far and how much needs to be done?
Approximately 50% is brand new.
Okay.
We did 3.1 or 3.5 miles of water line replacement, and we have about 7 miles. We did everything along all the main roads, and as you folks know, everything in town here, not everything, there's a few sections that weren't done, but most everything on High Street, School Street, Cedar.
Now, did you do Forest Hills? I mean, that was
We
a
did
little
not do
newer, 'cause
Forest
that
Hills.
was,
That's
built
gonna
in the
be on our
60s or-
target list.
yeah.
Those pipes are getting a little weak. We had 2 major leaks there, As I mentioned, one of them was, we estimated was leaking about 60,000 gallons a day.
Wow,
Yeah, it was a pretty good flood.
that's noticeable. I don't know how many Olympic pools that would fill, but probably be quite a few. Okay, so,
What kind of strain did that put on the pump?
Luckily, we have 2 rehabbed wells. We just rehabbed another one. If we hadn't rehabbed that one this past summer, we'd have probably been in trouble, because that went from pumping about 115,000 gallons a day. No, yeah, 115,000 gallons a day, to down to around 80,000 gallons a day.
No,
Wasn't it?
no, it was pumping about 60 gallons a minute. The yield was about 60 gallons a minute. Once it was rehabbed, it went back up, we got it back up to 115 gallons a minute. So, that's
doubled it.
Yeah, yes, and the problem with that is when you're pumping 60 gallons a minute, it takes longer to fill it, so you have more electricity. It's more wear and tear on the pump, plus it's working harder to get 60 gallons a minute than it is 115. So a pump ended up with some bearing issues. So there was a lot to learn from that one. So I think this year we're gonna probably look at well 2, is
That's,
needing to have that done.
that's why we had those capital reserves set up, because you really want to rehab those, from what we understand, every 6 to 10 years, I think they said, Paul, somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
depending on, but we had done both of them when we first came
Right.
back on board. And well 3 had given us half a yield in 6 years, so it was pretty,
Yeah, I know, it's gonna.
oh, that's muted, yeah.
that was on purpose.
You operate on a fiscal year or a calendar year?
What's that?
You operate on a fiscal year or a
Fiscal.
calendar year?
Fiscal, if I'm not mistaken.
Month to month?
June,
June?
June to July to June.
And that's one of our problems that we faced this year. Since the water project was done, the state, we have an annual bill of about $116,000. Well, that comes all at once. That's how it started. Well, we billed twice a year, so we were half short of it at the very onset. So we negotiated with the state. They have now broken it up into 2 payments. So makes it a little bit easier, but it's still, you're taking a big clump of money out right at the beginning of your collections.
Yeah.
And sending it off to the state, which doesn't always leave you enough to do everything you need to do. So we're trying to fix that situation.
I thought last year you had mentioned that you were working with your customers, your subscribers, to bill more often, like monthly or quarterly or something, so that you'd have a steadier stream of income, plus they wouldn't have a big bill coming.
Well, we invested into, as you know, the capital reserves, and we created a technology fund.
Yeah.
And we're going to be spending a large portion of that very soon at buying remote reads that we could put on people's meters at, the pucks at their house. So that way we can drive by and do all the meter readings, which will eliminate almost a week of labor. And not only that, but if you can narrow it down, you can almost pinpoint where some of the leaks are based on water usage, if you're looking at it properly. So
that
that'll
would
help us.
automatically be scanned in, so that's all digital, right? That's already, as soon as you read the meter, it's all digital, and everything from there is just,
And that's gonna free it, I'm sorry, Paul, go ahead.
No, I was going to say yes. The answer to that is yes.
But that's also gonna free us up to be able to maybe do quarterly billings, which will make it less of a burden on the members coming up with the money, instead of every 6 months, every 3 months.
yeah, that makes sense.
Are we slowly replacing them now? Because I remember like 2 years ago, it seemed like this was the discussion.
Yeah, it has been a discussion for a while. What we did was, I think we had some bad information at the beginning. We use census meters. Everything that we have in our system is a census meter. And E.J. Prescott, who's the distributor for them, stopped. They went away. And it sounded as if census meters had gone away. So we were looking for a different vendor. And so we were going to change over to Neptune meters. And then all of a sudden, we found somebody that says, no, census meters are still big and bold and ready to go. And so it's costing us less money now to make them radio reads, because all we have to do is buy the attachment that goes onto the reader on the outside of the house, and then it'll be ready. It isn't exactly what we wanted, but it saved us quite a bit of money. And those are being, I think they're ordered now. Yes. So we'll be getting them as soon as the weather breaks. We'll be getting them installed. The installation will be less because all it's involved is outside the houses. And then once we get that, we'll be able to just start the digital read. We'll go out and read them, and then it's uploaded to this cloud thing. I don't know wherever the cloud is, but wherever that is. And then Christine, who's our administrative clerk, she goes in and she'll just be able to download all that information and bill. So we're hoping to start at some point going to quarterly. Also, as you probably know, we share those readings with the town, because the town bills their sewer system through our water meter readings. So I don't know if the town is going to want to go to a quarterly if we get going like that, but but you're right, it has taken a while. These things sometimes hit bumps and money and so on and so forth. That's where we're at right now.
And the members of the water system should owe a great deal of thanks to our clerk for further investigating, which saved several $100,000.
How are these pucks powered?
What's that?
How are they powered? If it's
Just a
digital?
little, it's very light electrical volt that comes off of the meter itself down in the basement.
Meters have a battery type thing.
So you can use a hookup for that, using the same wires that you use for that gun to go up there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be, yeah, that's gonna be,
It snaps right, if you've probably seen those little black
Right, yeah.
touch pads, we call them, on the outside. It actually connects to that.
oh, perfect.
So it just snaps on. You have a little magic trick you have to do with the digital stuff, and it's alive and ready to go.
So basically, you don't even have to get in your car, right? You can get this feed like they do with the electric company. They don't even come out anymore. They just,
We can drive by,
You
but
can drive.
the system that we were gonna get, we were gonna have to, it was gonna radio information. We could have sat right at the pump house and monitored water, or at the office. This is you have to actually go out, physically drive by. There's no relay antennas around the area.
However, if the time comes that we want to do that, this is all,
it's all done.
it'll all work
Right.
with it. The difference is we don't have, I think it was around 30,000, that was a year or so ago, just for one of these antennas. And again, things got a little tight this year. We started working and we figured, okay, let's see what we can tighten up, see how this works. If we decide an antenna is in the future, then put one up. We had some issues with electricity, getting electricity up to the tank. There was some issues like that we had to iron out, and we just didn't want to stall it any longer, so that's why we're going this way.
But even the safety for the employees, just not walking up to every building, climbing through snow, climbing across properties.
Chased by dogs.
Yeah, dogs.
Pulling a gun on you.
And getting into all the properties, right? You
What's
had
that?
You had to get into all the properties too to read them, right?
No, they have that on the outside ones.
Oh, you had an
Go on the
outside
outside of
reader.
the building.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
It's a box about this big.
Yep.
And where it fits over the puck has little grippers that kind of go one way, so you can't pull it back off easily.
So is the money for those readers from a capital reserve or from the operating fund?
We're gonna take that from the capital reserve, the technology fund.
Okay.
I think you got, right in there, you got 182, almost 182,797, I think, in that fund right now.
Right.
How many current subscribers do you have?
I think the last number I heard was 438, but I'm not,
447. What do we have on that for?
That's right, we'll give it a tolerance of 5.
Well, that's,
512 is what we have now.
512?
512.
Well, that's not,
That
because you
includes,
have apartment buildings.
right.
So apartment buildings count
That's one.
As one.
as one hookup, but there may be 20 apartments, like Ranch River. Or a four apartment building would be one hookup, but it's 4 units. So we got like 512, what did you say, Rick? 512. But we figure it's about 440.
447.
Meters.
For
547.
hookups.
But mostly all the buildings in the school are also on it, so, you know, the population is a lot greater than the actual hookup number.
Yeah, so what was the number, 457?
What was the number 5?
Wait,
Yeah,
about
about
512,
yeah.
does that include apartments?
About 450 units, hookups. And that changes periodically. We had, this year, surprisingly, we had two new hookups.
When it goes to an apartment building like that, who pays the bill?
Landlord.
The landlord does, not the,
Right.
Okay.
I mean, as far as we're concerned, we bill the
Whatever.
landlord.
yeah, so like
Because-
customers-wise, you're
There's
at
only one
450. So you have 450 customers.
Whatever arrangement the landlord has with their clients is not our doing. We bill that one site wherever the meter is.
So then, with the hookups, and of course, then you've got this building, the school, and the public safety building all have sprinkler systems too, right? So they're all dependent upon on the water precinct for the water for those, yeah.
Yeah, that's where you got that backflow testing in the budget, because they gotta do that periodically, they have to go out and do a backflow check on this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Josh.
Just one more. And whatever happened, RCAP,
What about our cap?
did we ever
We've
apply?
talked to them before in the past.
Yeah.
The
Well, I know
representative,
You put out like a questionnaire in Forest Hills.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you remember Kathy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an income study
Yeah,
to
to get the grant, right?
for grants, that's correct. Problem was, and I don't blame people, but, they think that big government's checking up on how much money they're making, so guess what they do with them? They throw them in the trash. And if you don't get a percentage of response, then the
So did
the survey is no good.
So did that grant kind of fall by the wayside then because of that?
Well, the grant didn't, because it really wasn't a grant at the time. What it was setting us up so that we could prove that this precinct income was a certain rate, because right now they're looking at Wakefield. Oh, Wakefield involves a lot of lakefront properties, so that increases that income level. And so we wanted to narrow it down to a more focused
Yeah.
water precinct, because that's who pays for it. But we couldn't get the response, and it was costing us a lot of money to send out
Yeah.
surveys. So we've got you got Kathy looking at something, huh, probably?
Not now, that's
Yeah.
who started off, but one of the things that towns people have to remember, none of this is from taxation, nothing that supports our precinct. And it is not the town's water department, it's the precinct water department. And that's kind of blurred lines sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely a blurred line.
And so we try to clarify that whenever we can.
Yeah.
Just because people have to understand, it's like Facebook was the worst thing I ever did.
Is there misinformation, some misinformation out there, Pete?
Oh, yeah.
That was, everybody who's not on the system had a comment.
Yeah.
So I stopped using that, or we stopped using it, and we have our own website now.
Yeah.
And We try to keep the people tuned into what's going on. But, you know, we just had to, the state required some more water samples and water quality. So we had to add phosphate now to the water. And every time you start adding these things, the costs go up. You know, I just ordered some reagents today, and that was $1,000. And, you know, we redid the pump house down there, so now it's much more efficient and much more just easily accessible.
So, I mean, the budget looks, I mean, anybody have any questions on the budget? It looks like that's offset pretty much by the revenues. You guys are
Jerry,
using 34,000.
Question, I'm sorry.
And I do have a question. When you have the water tested, it goes to the state. Does the state send it out? No, it
Goes
doesn't?
to a private lab.
It goes to a private lab.
It's reported
So-
to the state.
Okay, so who tells you what you need to add? Like you, what did you say, phosphate? You had
The
to add?
state tells you.
Okay, is there a list of what's supposed to be in the water? That you know of, like a list of what is added to the water?
There are three things that presently go into the water. There's
Soda.
soda ash.
Soda ash?
is a organic chemical that, or I shouldn't say organic chemical, organic, comes from the earth.
Yeah,
And that's to help make a neutral pH. Because when you pump water out of this, some water is hard water, you probably know about
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
water, soft water and all that business.
Okay.
Well, it's the same thing. We pump the water out of the ground, and
Yeah.
the pH level of that water, we want to get it at least 7.5.
okay,
We want it to be on that side of the pH balance. So they add soda ash for that.
okay,
Then we put in a small dose of chlorine, which is a maintenance dose.
Chlorine?
That's correct. It's
Yep.
because you're pumping out of the ground, there's gonna be organic material, and you may have some sort of bacteria or some issue that's
Is that
just
like
natural
a
out of.
cleaner? Like,
What
is
it
the
does is-
chlorine like clean
Yeah,
it?
chlorine, it's
Yeah.
just like they put in a pool or anything else.
Yeah,
It's to-
kill
to-
bacteria,
to-
okay.
Exactly, to keep things from somebody getting pumped with some bacteria or something.
Okay,
And the last one that he was
We
talking about.
add minimal on that, by the way.
Yeah, that's just a
Okay.
maintenance dose, it's not even required. But we do it for safety. And then the orthophosphate is the new one.
It's-
Orthophosphate is it coats the insides of your plumbing. So as it goes through the system, it coats the inside.
Okay.
It acts as a barrier between your water and your plumbing. Because, as the school knows, if you have plumbing that's old,
yes,
the water reacts to that, and if it's not above a 7.5 pH, if it's acidic, it will draw the lead, copper, and stuff out of the pipes.
Oh, okay.
Then you get
Oh,
some
wait.
hits.
thank you for
Okay.
that, yes.
Website.
That's why you should always run your faucet
Before,
a minute
yes.
before. It gets all that stagnated water out of that pipe.
Yes, yes.
We should go to
So
ozone.
you do not add fluoride to the water?
No?
Okay.
And that orthophosphate coats that pipe so that you have that
Is
film.
that like a protection?
It is.
Yeah, protection,
Because we
okay.
can't-
Pepto-Bismol for the pipe.
Unfortunately, it's our responsibility to make sure it's safe, even
Right.
though your house may not be safe, because you may have old plumbing.
Right,
Okay, so this is coating your plumbing to hopefully keep you safe.
okay,
The school had that problem, half the school is old,
Yes, we
half
know.
the school is new.
yes,
So the old half didn't pass when we
Right.
first did this, the new part did, same water
Yeah.
coming in the building. So
Okay.
it's really to adapt to your plumbing.
okay.
what is it-
Thank you,
what is it? I
that
don't
was
know.
awesome.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Ozonation, is that what it is? But they clean it with like basically UV lights?
No, what are you talking, I'm not.
That's ultraviolet processing, kind of what you're talking about there. This is just,
Well, I get what we do now. Is that even an option for what we do?
it may be, but it's not one that we incorporate this
It's
time.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Very
there's
expensive.
a lot of things, you know, hopefully the state doesn't mandate too much, because they, you know, as you can appreciate, a lot of this problem is the people's problems themselves in their own house. It's nothing to do with the piping going down the road or anywhere else. It's indoor plumbing.
Yep.
But the state finds it easier to make us do it than every citizen do it.
Yes.
So,
Do I remember something from a year ago or 2 years ago about an aerator inside the tank? Is that done, or?
I wouldn't say it's done, but it's not something we're focusing on right now. We're trying to get past this meter situation
Okay.
and get that under wraps, and then we'll drift on to another project.
Okay.
That had to do a lot with the inability to have electricity run up to the tank. There's a lot of nuts and bolts that go to that. Ownership, Eversource, so,
Oh, Eversource, yeah, they're great to deal with.
yeah, oh yeah.
Nothing better than that, I don't think.
And I do have a question on line 16. I see there's no comment and no money involved. What was that, and don't need it anymore?
Line 16, I believe, was the water line maintenance line, and we combined it with, up here at we just called it
Line 3.
maintenance.
Okay.
So that way, we, just putting it all in one. These trustees are pretty tough when you go to ask for money.
I've heard that.
Well, I saw it was 10,000, and I was wondering how you were offsetting that $10,000, because you did spend 7,100 of it.
We're trying to, and it's even like in the warrant article, we try to reverbiage some of it so that we're not so pigeonholed into one
Category.
area that we can't access.
Any more questions?
What's, on line 57, what are the penalties?
On line, which one?
57.
Penalties.
Oh, on your,
That's on the revenues.
Oh, sorry.
yeah, that's okay.
Late fill.
That's the
late
revenue
fees.
side, but that's, if people don't pay their bill, there's interest that's put on there. If we have to go out and shut their water off, those are the kinds of penalties, maybe a lien on the property, if it's, that's the kind of stuff that would come through there. That would be a revenue.
And by the way, I jokingly said about the trustees, but you guys do a hell of a job at watching the funds and making sure they're rightfully purposed.
Appreciate that.
Not if you listen to Facebook.
We try.
That didn't help me get more money.
Yeah.
Well, they should be tight.
Something on Facebook I should know about?
I don't know, I don't look at it.
Go on this.
If I looked at it, I'd be pulling my hair.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it.
Oh, yeah. really.
After 7, I think that's what happens in this town. Everybody just resorts to Facebook.
No,
You don't go to the bar, you go to Facebook. That's the thing out here.
Well, now they have Keno.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got that, right?
Well, now, yeah. that's
No, we
what-
didn't get it.
Everybody got
Got
one
denied?
Huh?
Got denied?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. I was reading it wrong. I thought it actually got passed, but no.
You want to do that? You want to make a motion for that?
Make a motion to move the line for
397?
397.95.
I'll second it.
Okay. Mark seconded that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Guess we can move on to the capital reserve funds. We need to put our recommendation on these like we do the town ones. So the first one is to vote to change the purpose of the existing water main capital reserve fund to the water distribution system capital reserve fund previously established. Repair, replacement, purchase, supplies, expansion of said water infrastructure, recommended by the commissioners by a vote of 3-1. And do we have any discussion on this one?
I'll make a motion to move Article 2.
Then the number, Article 2.
I'll
sorry.
second it.
Okay, we got Josh and Mark on that one. So all in favor, any comments or questions? All in favor, we need a show of hands.
Aye.
Like everybody, 3, 6, 9, 9-0.
I think we beat them up already, so we got all the answers that we needed.
The Article 3, raise and appropriate the sum of $50,000 to be added to the Emergency Repairs Capital Reserve Fund previously established. I think there's 60,000 in that, 60,000, 677. Would that be right?
don't have the
recommended by
latest number.
Water Commissioners.
I trust you do.
And that crosses over to line 22, is that correct?
Hold on a sec.
Line 22, capital reserve. Yes.
Yeah. What we're basically trying to do there is replenish the money we've been taking out of there for these emergency repairs.
Did you get a cost on that repair for this winter, or already, is that already?
Yes, I do have several, but the last one we
You
did.
don't want to know.
That one on Forest Hills, was $8,700. Hold on just a minute, and I should
It's
have,
just one in Forest Hills.
that's just the one.
It's right here.
So I've got it right here. One cost us $7,000. There was another one near Mobile on the Run and in Forest Hills that ran into $11,000. And we have another leak repair on High Street, which was $2,700. So it all adds up, you know, and this is what a concern. We'd like to replace some of those lines and look for money to do that. And the good news is, if I may divert for just a minute into
Sure,
this.
absolutely.
The state usually requires you to be charging a competitive rate with other communities if they're gonna be doling out money. And we're already at our max, so hopefully there'll be some, there's been mention in the past when we're going out for this one, that in the future there could be some loan forgiveness because your system can only handle so much payment. And so we're kind of looking at all this and trying to make it all work. Didn't mean to take that side road, but I just thought I'd let you know we are looking at every way we can.
It's a fair market.
To save our members money.
Yeah, appreciate that. Any more questions on Article 3?
I'll make a motion to accept Article 3.
Josh and John. All in favor?
Aye.
Looks like unanimous. 9-0.
This is an easy one here, Article 4.
Article 4, that should be the operating budget, right?
Correct.
So we pretty much discussed most of that, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
Someone want to make a motion on that one?
Motion to move Article 4.
Oh, he beat me.
Yeah,
Mark
Mark,
Mark got it.
All in favor? Aye. Everybody's 9-0 on that one.
Adjourn.
Oh, we have to
Do
have
we have to
a,
accept the minutes from last
we
year?
have to have a public hearing.
Oh.
We have to open a public hearing on this to the water precinct. So if we're all set, we've got that all done, right? So we can open our public hearing? We got,
Tom, what do you got to say?
Any questions, comments, complaints, mold, grills, gripes?
yeah, got any complaints about the water system? Are you connected to the water system?
No.
Hey, we still get you guys' budget.
What? No. No, you don't.
Open the public hearing, yeah. What time was it? 6:34.
Look at them all.
Jerry, do you need those
One
737s
person
for
from Forest
signatures?
Hills?
I'm sorry?
Do you need these 737s for signatures?
Yeah, we'll probably pass those around. Can probably send some each way. I don't know if everybody's got writing. So we get, there's no public comment, and no, we can close the public hearing at 6:35. I think that covers most everything. I think we did our minutes from the 13th at our, right after the deliberative session, right?
Yeah, we did.
So, and I think Mark made the motion on those minutes, and you seconded it?
Yeah.
And- Okay, yeah. Because I thought I had that right, but I lost my notes. So I had to remember way back to there.
So now you're gonna want one of these
Get more organized minutes for you.
I know.
in that glass, Tony or something goes up with that. I think-
So do we have to meet to,
And then same thing. at
do
the
we have to
post
meet
office, and
as
then-
trustees to accept that, or can we just?
Post one at the post office, should I do one at the
I guess we can, we're good.
Going.
Perfect. I like that.
Come on, what's this?
Outside.
Gotta have
And
so
we
many
got the
copies.
737s coming around. Did any come that way?
They're coming.
Did you hand some around
Josh
that
didn't
way?
know he had to sign more than one.
Jeez, yeah, you guys are just dumping them
just
over
don't
here,
listen.
you know?
I guess we'll do it all in one direction.
Okay.
We're
that
gonna
makes
sign them all
sense.
Does
different.
anybody
guys
like
can't
the new
get-
arrangement of the tables for discussing things? Is it easier this way than it is like be 30 feet
At
away
opposite
trying.
ends.
Yeah, I kind of like this better, I really do, because you
I
get to see.
think, okay. I think it's a little easier to just discuss everything with everybody and, all right.
Can I ask who's taking minutes?
Huh?
Are you
Priscilla.
taking the minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna take them off of the video that Clearview's making.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Just want to make sure we're,
Maybe next time you should
don't
have a
have somebody
swivel
screaming it's
office
not
chair
legal.
right in the middle that the person's on the hot seat.
Secretary could be right there.
Spins around.
We can't seem to keep a secretary.
Don't laugh.
For some
those
reason, that's
towel
probably
things.
something
What
Josh is
happened?
doing.
I thought Priscilla was our secretary. What's that? She quit?
She had enough of you, Josh.
Well, no, I hired her. So she's not here now.
I wonder why she had enough of you.
She's our secretary now. And I took Michelle from finance too. She's a resource center board now and my treasurer.
That drives around four wheels.
I'll steal them all.
There's no inventory.
Hey, we're doing pretty good down there. You know,
Nice.
it's,
You know, it's amazing.
I mean, we're not doing that great, so, you know, make sure you guys take care of us. I tried to tell him on the phone, I said, we feed seniors for free. Come on, help us out.
I like it's a worthy cause.
Well, we just applied to the Nash Casino.
Like, I'm gonna be over there moving stuff beforehand, so
Well, we'll probably move all that stuff, so you guys
I'll
will.
volunteer to help.
All right. I got all the dollies and everything already, so.
But he said 5. What are you up to now, 7?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what is this, you know? Make a copy of the first one.
In the water department know how to count?
Well, they want to give us each one.
I guess so.
Yeah, did we each get a copy? Is that, take one home?
Arm's getting sore.
I'd like to thank the budget committee for taking time out of their week to come here for this. I appreciate it.
All right, yep, not a problem, Pete. We always enjoy it. It's fun picking on you guys. But I think maybe one of these days
Usually
I'm gonna
have
get a
answers,
stamp.
that's nice.
You see, now none of the money comes from taxation. We're able to beat them up for free, basically. You know, right? Yeah. Hey, we're taking care of all your customers.
That's like gratuitous, I think is what that's
Yeah.
called.
Jeez, can we get the pump to go past the hill? To serve the 5 customers that. The cost would be. So we would pump this way, or would you pump it east way? You just take.
Well, that was
you
why I
just
wanted to send them
take that
in
radius.
both directions, but
Yeah.
nobody listened.
You would get confused that way, Jerry.
I know.
You could supply the lakefronts.
You get to the middle, I don't know what to do.
Well, then we could put sewage in there, sewage lines in there, and get rid of outhouses.
Where do you plan on pumping this?
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, it's like, huh?
Where do you plan on
Into the
pumping
new
this?
transfer station.
Is inevitable,
Oh, yeah.
but the guaranteed water source is not.
You know, like 20 years ago, let's say, you could go up any one of these side roads off of Witch Trot almost, near Grady's Lake, and there was nothing. There was just an old logging road that went up there, and now there's houses, developments starting to fill in everywhere. There's nowhere you could go on one of these roads and just go down and not see anything, you know?
Glad you guys were checking in on that down there.
So I guess we'll post that opening on the budget committee, have people submit their letters by the time, once we figure out what the date is for our September meeting. I don't know if we have to meet before then. I don't think we do, but,
Are you
And
gonna
if-
do an end date to that, Paul?
what's that?
Are you gonna do an end date of when they have to have the letters in?
I'd say, yeah, maybe a week or so before we meet in September to review everything. That would make sense?
And then interview
Yeah,
and,
yeah, that would, okay, by the end of August, and then,
interview and
we can
vote.
review those and see if we can pick a new member, and, I don't think there's anything else you,
RSA that dictates how that happens when you have a vacancy on the elections committee?
well, we've always posted it.
Yeah, but I just didn't know if there's an RSA that says if it's an elected body, that the moderator, I know the moderator, I think, is the one who appoints the selectmen.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. I was
Well, the budget committee, I think, selects their own members to fill in. I know that the trustees of the trust fund, if someone replaces one of those, that's a decision made by the selectmen, so that's the same thing that you're, you know, but we've,
I don't have any skin in the game, but I was just thinking that
There must be an
if
RSA.
school boards elected officials too, just
Yeah.
like town clerk, some of those things, when they become vacant, I thought there was probably a regulated process to refill that position because they are an elected official, not
Right.
an appointed.
yeah.
Special election.
I think the planning board,
Yeah,
board
they
makes
don't
their
do the
own
special election.
decisions, right?
No, not special election.
Yeah, that's
They
just,
might make their own decision, but I think he's saying there's a procedure that
Yeah.
has to be followed by an RSA to do that.
I'll look into that.
We got two selectmen here, they don't know the answer to
When Mark was
We got one.
When Mark was running for selectman, he had to give up his budget seat, and I was appointed by the budget committee to sit on the budget committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that with Priscilla when she filled in.
I'll look into that, Paul, I'll find out.
Well, I think that
find
is
that,
the
the RSA, yeah.
appoints a person.
Yeah, I think that is the way, I think that's the way it is, but,
Yeah.
For whatever reason, budget committee is separate from planning board, trustees of the trust.
Yeah, there should be.
It's weird how they have different RSA.
so I guess if there's nothing else, someone make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
5 seconds.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out, appreciate it.
Got 24 seconds.
That's it?